Space Ghost Coast to Coast first hit the airwaves in 1994, blending animation, humor, and celebrity interviews in a unique way. The show was the brainchild of Mike Lazo and premiered on Cartoon Network's late-night programming block, Adult Swim. It was a revival of the classic 1960s Space Ghost, Hanna-Barbera cartoon, but with a twist. What made Space Ghost Coast to Coast truly special was how it blurred the lines between animation and live action. The show featured Space Ghost, the once heroic character, now hosting his own talk show in a surreal studio setting. The show's quirky humor and deadpan delivery became its trademark, often catching both viewers and celebrity guests off guard. One of the show's most memorable aspects was its guest lineup. Space Ghost Coast to Coast featured a mix of real-life celebrities, musicians, and industry professionals who were interviewed by the titular character. These interviews were often bizarre, with Space Ghost's unusual questions and interactions creating hilariously awkward moments.
It's Mark Hamill here.
Whoa! Look who's here, young people! It's none other than Duke Fartknocker.
Luke Skywalker.
Luke Skytopper of the popular Space Wars science fiction mega empire franchise.
The impact of Space Ghost Coast to Coast goes beyond its initial run. The show's innovative format paved the way for the rise of Adult Swim as a platform for experimental and offbeat animated content. Its success also inspired other shows like The Brak Show and Aqua Teen Hunger Force, contributing to the distinct Adult Swim culture. Even though the original run ended in 2004, the show's cult following and nostalgic value prompted a revival of interest. Clips and references from Space Ghost Coast to Coast continue to pop up in various media, and its legacy remains alive through streaming platforms, allowing new generations to discover its humor. Let's take a peek behind the scenes of Space Ghost Coast to Coast. The show's production was innovative too, using a technique called limited animation to create its distinct visual style. Voice actors like George Lowe, Space Ghost, C. Martin Croker, Zorak, and Andy Merrill, Moltar, brought their characters to life, contributing to the show's iconic personalities. The humor of Space Ghost Coast to Coast was often layered with satire and self-awareness. The show took jabs at talk show conventions, celebrity culture, and even its own source material. The absurdity of its humor was a breath of fresh air, resonating with a growing audience seeking something unconventional. Throughout its run, Space Ghost Coast to Coast delivered an array of memorable moments and catchphrases that have stood the test of time. Who could forget Zorak's musical performances or Space Ghost's iconic line, "My powers are useless against such beauty"? These moments became ingrained in pop culture, solidifying the show's influence. The show's dedicated fan community contributed to its lasting impact. Fan art, discussions, and even fan-made videos further expanded its reach. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this.
No lawyer's gonna tell Space Ghost what to do.
Until next time, stay curious.
I love beans. I love beans. Woo, woo, woo. I love beans. How about you? High in fiber, low in fat. Hey, I bet you didn't know that.